Published 12:51 EDT, the 19th of October 2017. Updated 13:43 EDT, the 19th of October 2017. Elon Musk has announced that his Boring Company's second tunnel digging machine is nearly ready. Musk tweeted today that the new contraption will be named Linestorm after the 1915 poem by famed American writer Robert Frost. The SpaceX and Tesla founder came up with the idea for the tunneling firm while frustrated at being stuck in heavy Los Angeles traffic. He plans to build a series of tunnels underneath the city that could ferry cars in pods at speeds of around 125 miles per hour, 200 kilometers per hour. Earlier this year, the Boring Company's first tunnel digging machine, called Godot, began digging test tunnels under LA. Scroll down for video. Elon Musk has announced that his Boring Company's second tunnel digging machine is nearly ready. Elon Musk has outlined how his Boring Company will work, claiming tunneling costs must be reduced by a factor of more than 10. Key to this is smaller tunnels that can be dug more quickly will work to increase the speed of the tunnel. Boring machine envisions a new breed of smaller, more powerful boring machines, with triple the power of current devices, that can tunnel continuously. Now Musk has announced the firm's second machine is on its way. Second boring machine almost ready. Will be called Linestorm, after the poem by Frost, he tweeted. The billionaire also brought attention to the Frost line and Be My Love in the Rain in his post. This has left some to speculate that his latest machine will be designed for all-weather operation. The firm's Godot machine was named after Samuel Beckett's famous play Waiting for Godot. News of the Boring Company's second device comes just 2 months after the firm first got permission to dig outside of its own property. In August, it was reported that Elon Musk's Boring Company will build a 2-mile-long test tunnel in Los Angeles, after the city council voted 4-1 in favor of his ambitious plans. The extension will run 13.5 meters 44 feet under public roads around the SpaceX headquarters, and is the first time the Boring Company has been allowed to dig outside its property line. This dry run will make sure plans actually work. If it doesn't, the city can request the tunnel is filled with concrete or soil. Musk tweeted today that the new boring contraption will be named Linestorm after the 1915 poem by American writer Robert Lee Frost. Pictured is an image of the Boring Company's tunneling machine, called Godot. You won't even know we're there, Brett Horton, Senior Director of Facilities and Construction at SpaceX, assured members of the council. This is groundbreaking, this is establishing a precedent, and I think we all agree that we want to make sure that this goes off without a hitch, Hawthorne's Mayor Alex Vargas said. The company assured citizens that if the soil moves by as little as half an inch, work will stop immediately. When Musk first announced his plans to bore a tunnel to his SpaceX offices in Los Angeles, it was hard to know if he was simply venting his frustrations about being stuck in traffic. Traffic is driving me nuts. I'm going to build a tunnel boring machine and just start digging, he tweeted in December last year. When Musk first announced his plans to bore a tunnel to his SpaceX offices in Los Angeles, it was hard to know if he was joking. He ended his rant on the social media site with "I am actually going to do this." The billionaire first tweeted a picture of his firm's boring machine back in February with the caption Minecraft, a reference to the popular video game in which players dig large tunnel networks for resources. Many have speculated that Musk will use his Boring Company to build tunnels for Hyperloop transportation systems, either for other firms or his own venture. When he first revealed the plan in a white paper developed with his team at SpaceX, in 2012, he said he would let others build the system. I don't have any plan to execute because I must remain focused on SpaceX and Tesla, he said in a conference call at the time. But in August it appeared Musk would build his own Hyperloop tunnel system in a bid to speed up adoption of the radical travel technology he invented. Elon Musk says he has verbal government approval to build an underground tunnel to transport passengers between New York and Washington, D.C. in just 29 minutes. His firm, the Boring Company, could dig these tunnels in August. It was reported that Elon Musk's Boring Company will build a 2-mile-long test tunnel proposed route shown as dotted line in Los Angeles, after the city council voted 4-1 in favor of his ambitious plans. Hyperloop is a proposed method of travel that would transport people at roughly 700 miles per hour between distant locations. It was unveiled by Elon Musk in 2013, who at the time said it could take passengers the 380 miles 610 kilometers from LA to San Francisco in 30 minutes, half the time it takes a plane. It is essentially a long tube that has had the air removed to create a vacuum. The tube is suspended off the ground to protect against weather and earthquakes. As several firms vie to create the first operational Hyperloop, Elon Musk's vision of a radical transport system that could ferry passengers above land at 760 miles per hour continues to inch closer to reality according to reports from a person close to Musk. It appears the billionaire will build the whole system himself. Musk also hinted at it, replying to a tweet about the issues facing the various Hyperloop plans by saying, "I guess a proof of concept is needed." Many had thought Musk would simply create the tunnels for Hyperloop systems using his recently revealed Boring Company. Pictures released earlier this year show the design of the Boring Company's underground electric buses that it plans to use in its tunnels. While we're encouraged that others are making some progress, we would like to accelerate the development of this technology as fast as possible, Musk's Boring Co., a venture created to build roads that run through underground tunnels, said in a statement. "We encourage and support all companies that wish to build Hyperloops, and we don't intend to stop them from using the Hyperloop name as long as they are truthful." Musk has an uphill battle ahead if he's serious about tunneling under LA. Musk has an uphill battle ahead if he's serious about tunneling under LA. Digging under cities takes a lot of time because the densely packed earth and rock underground is poorly mapped. Our recent experience with tunnels in the US is that neighbors worry, you run up against various environmental laws, and you just never know what's underneath the earth. Michael Manville, who studies urban planning at the University of California, Los Angeles, told Wired. "The hole is legal because it has been dug on private property. But extending the tunnel further than SpaceX headquarters would require more discussion, paperwork, and LA City Council approval. We're just going to figure out what it takes to improve tunneling speed by, I think, somewhere between 500 and 1000%, he said during a recent Hyperloop design competition at SpaceX. "We have no idea what we're doing. I want to be clear about that. Digging under cities takes a lot of time because the densely packed earth and rock underground is poorly mapped. Our recent experience with tunnels in the US is that neighbors worry, you run up against various environmental laws, and you just never know what's underneath the earth." Michael Manville, who studies urban planning at the University of California, Los Angeles, told Wired. "The hole is legal because it has been dug on private property." Musk posted a picture on Instagram in February, writing "cut ahead in operation at standard industry speed. Planning to jack this up by a factor of 10 or more, but extending the tunnel further than SpaceX headquarters would require more discussion, paperwork, and LA City Council approval. We're just going to figure out what it takes to improve tunneling speed by, I think, somewhere between 500 and 1000%, he said during a recent Hyperloop design competition at SpaceX. "We have no idea what we're doing. I want to be clear about that." Waiting for Godot is a two-act play by Samuel Beckett that was published in 1949. It was originally written in French, with the title on Attendant Godot. There are two main characters, Vladimir and Estragon, who wait for the arrival of Godot. Both are old men whose s have taken a turn for the worst. They are both homeless and often suicidal. They sit on mounds of earth near a country road waiting for Godot and talk about a range of topics, from food to memories and their s. The two men are left waiting. The original French text was composed between the 9th of October 1948 and the 29th of January 1949, a line storm song, by Robert Frost. The line storm clouds fly, tattered and swift. The road is forlorn all day, where a myriad snowy quartz stones lift, and the hoofprints vanish away. The roadside flowers, too wet for the bee, expend their bloom in vain. Come over the hills and far with me, and be my love in the rain. The birds have less to say for themselves and the wood world's torn despair than now these numberless years. The elves, although they are no less ethereal, song of the woods is crushed like some wild, easily shattered rose. Come, be my love in the wet woods, come, where the boughs rain when it blows. There is a gale to urge behind and bruise our singing down, and the shallow waters aflutter with wind from which to gather your gown. What matter if we go clear to the west, and come not through Dreshod? For wilding brooch shall wet your breast, the rain fresh goldenrod. Oh, never this whelming east wind swells, but it seems like the seas return to the ancient lands where it left the shells before the age of the Fernon. It seems like the time when after doubt or love came back. Amen. Oh, come forth into the storm and return, be my love in the rain.